What's up, y'all? It's Miss Megan Liana here, and it's time for me to be fucking for real about why I don't want to report on politics and celebrity gossip like I used to. When it all boils down, I think like celebrity gossip, it's pretty easy for me to explain that. Like, who fucking cares? I've just reached a point where I think like a lot of the celebrity gossip news, it's these people, they're humans. They're going through their shit just like I'm going through my shit. You know, we all got our own shit that we're going through, and I think that talking about people's pain and their mishaps and some of the stuff that's going on in their lives, I just don't care. I genuinely don't care to talk about celebrity gossip anymore. Now when it comes to politics, that's a little harder for me to kind of steer away from, because I genuinely love politics. I have always had a love for political news. I've loved to keep up with it. I've always loved to stay informed. I've always had this, I'm a lover of the Constitution, and I loved learning about how the civil rights were won. I enjoyed knowing and learning more about state constitutions versus the United States Constitution, and just how people were able to always have control. Like, the power was in the people. And I used to love kind of staying informed because I liked learning about the change and I liked being engaged. But now, no. First of all, I hate arguing. Like, everything is so divisive and all people want to do is argue. And then people don't even want to argue facts. People don't even want to argue policy. People want to argue propaganda and misinformation. And it's like, I can't argue with somebody who doesn't know how to research something they saw on TikTok. I can't argue with somebody who sees something, sees an image or a message repeatedly because of the bubble of their perception, and they choose not to look further into something. Like, you can't argue facts with feelings. And I like arguing facts. I like arguing policy. I'll debate all day. But the thing is, people don't want to debate no more. Like, people, it's taken so serious. And I remember one time, like, I think when it came to the Obama's second run, like, I think that was the ugliest, like, politics got me. Like, I would just, if you weren't voting for Obama, like, you was racist in my eyes. And if I knew then what I knew now. But it just comes a point where it's like, it's not about policy anymore. It's just there's an ugliness to it that I don't have the energy for. And at the end of the day, if you can't tell me what the 3 branches of government are responsible for, I'm not arguing with you. If you can't tell me how the Constitution can be ratified, I'm not arguing with you. There's just a few basic facts that people need to understand before I'm even gonna talk politics with them at this point. And at the end of the day, talking about political news is draining. Every hour there is something. Like, to me, it's not worth the stress. It's not worth the argument. Now, am I still going to talk about things that may relate to politics? Absolutely. I mean, I love it, but I'm not, there's a limit to how deep some of these discussions are going to go into the level of information I even feel like giving, because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't want to argue facts. And we're in the age of a lot of misinformation is going to be allowed to be put out. And there was a documentary I saw in like 2017, 2018, and it was called like, I think The Social Dilemma or The Social Divide. It was something about, I gotta find the name. I'm gonna reference it. But this documentary really highlighted how propaganda was used and spread on Facebook, and how it was able to just overtake, you know, people's news feed and their feed. And a lot of times, like, you don't even know if you're arguing with a real person or a bot. And that's another thing where it's like, even when it comes to certain videos, I look at stuff a lot of times and I'm like, dang, let me research this and make sure this is not AI. Because AI has gotten so good now. You don't even know what you're watching. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that new, like, they have full AI podcasts now. They have full AI, like, personalities. Like, Meta be trying to get me to converse with fake profiles. Oh, add this new AI profile that's here to be your friend. Why would I want to chit chat with a robot on an app that I have my real friends on? So that's one of the things. But you know, I think that it comes a point where it's not worth the argument. I think, you know, you have to let people learn. We're in the stage where people need to learn how U.S. politics work and how these three branches of government are supposed to operate, and how when they don't operate how they were meant to, the after effects of that, there's nothing else. Like, because you can argue till your face turn blue, but at the end of the day, these people gonna keep playing in our faces. If somebody is going to throw up a hell sign in front of everybody, but then say, my heart goes out to you, and people argue, no, he was just saying my heart goes out to you. You got it. Like, it's not worth the argument. People are gonna live in their delusions. They're gonna take their messages how they take it. Baby, have at it. I'm not arguing with it no more. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to see for yourself. And everything that changes and everything that's going on at some point is gonna have an effect on you. At some point, each and every one of us are gonna feel this. So I ain't gonna be talking too much about the news and what's happening, but I'm definitely going to highlight some of the effects. And one thing I really do want to highlight is, you know, the people that's actually doing the work, because there's a lot that's going on and things are going to be moving really, really fast. And there's going to be a lot of smoke and mirrors, but it's going to be really important to connect to and be aware of the real work and what's tangible, because that's what's going to have that everlasting effect in our lives. Not the day-to-day stuff and not the day-to-day pony tricks, because all of that is honestly just fear mongering and rage baiting. Baby, I'm gonna keep my peace. I'm about to be happy. I'm not talking about this every day. I'm not arguing. So yeah,